Right, so after finally trying 10 minutes to get my laptop to actually start working, here at last is vlog number 2 on the 12th of September. Stop that immediately. Yeah, the comedian here is AJ, and on my right here is Chris, worked at McDonald's. Right, so here we are. We've had our second day today. First of all, we did some focusing exercises. We'll just gloss over those, but they were fun. Would you agree?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, and pretty simple once you got the hang of it.
Yeah.
Right? Yep. Okay, after that, we were split into groups, and no, first of all, what we had done, we were put into, like, individuals with bits of paper, and we were told to lie down on an incredibly hard floor, so kind of gonna kill Simon for that once I find a bazooka to kill him with.
I love Simon. Don't do Simon.
Alright, fine, I won't kill Simon. You happy?
I was quite comfy, to be fair. I almost fell asleep.
Yeah, I was pretty comfy as well.
Hard as that floor may have been.
Well, I'm sorry, guys. I don't have a soft belly like you two obviously do.
Oh, guys, I'm sorry. Okay, no,
So yes, moving on. Yes, and he read part of a book which was called The Book Thief. Was it?
Yeah.
Was it The Book Thief? Yeah. Book Thief, and basically we had to write down the sorts of things that we took from it. Like an obvious one for me was Red Sky. What about you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine was The Book Thief.
The Book
The
Thief.
actual ghetto. Yeah.
And AJ, did you have a specific one that stood out to you?
I was kind of like, I liked the quote when he was like on about his soul, and he was like, how it's soft and cold as ice cream. I was like,
They're good ones, those. Right, so having done that, having made a list of the things that we like, we got into rather large groups, and basically we had to figure out a way to use what we had seen to put it all together to kind of make a plan as to how we would do a sort of performance, whether it was the actual story or inspired by it. Now, going to start with AJ here, because she wasn't in mine and Chris's group. But you were, so how did yours go?
It was alright. We kind of like, most of it was just kind of spent like discussing everything, and we didn't actually we had like a massive rush at the end trying to write
Yours was
everything
the
down.
rush group and small bit of paper.
And like, we had such a massive rush because everyone was like putting their points across, but we were all like arguing about the points and like debating the points and who was right and who was wrong and what's going to work, and it was just kind of stupid because we couldn't really agree on anything, but it worked out fine.
Yeah, and that's pretty much the same story for me and Chris. Although, however, Chris got into an incredibly big kind of debate.
Yeah,
about.
It wasn't an argument. It wasn't an argument. It was not an argument. It was a heated discussion on the topic in which we were trying to discuss, and all worked out for the best. Neither of us got really we both got ideas across, and we kind of came to a conclusion that met somewhere in the middle, which kind of worked for everyone. Which was obviously a disappointing thing. It was it kind of ran us through our time, and obviously Simon cut 10 minutes from everyone's time, which made it even worse. Because I think if we had that 10 minutes,
we could have
got the 6 pictures done. Because I was starting to do the 5th one.
We'll remember that the next time.
Did you only do 6 pictures?
Yeah.
Oh.
We didn't even do 6.
We didn't even do 6.
4 full ones, and we're on a 5th one. We're going to do 6.
Yeah. Oh. Anyway, the annoying thing about this task, I think, was because, well, if you had asked me alone, or Chris alone, or AJ alone, to just take what you put down and do a plan. Just take what you've written down and just make something from it.
Yeah.
On our own.
Yeah.
We could have done it like that.
Yeah. Unless you want to argue.
It would have been
to argue with yourself.
Well, yes, which is fair enough. Arguing with yourself if you have an idea which you're not quite sure.
Yeah.
That's fine. But here's advice for you from the dream team here, or the A team, whatever you want to call it, or the A team plus the C man.
How does that work?
AJ, Aiden, Chris. That's how it works.
So how's C?
But
My name's
he's
spelled with K, bro. Oh.
The K man then.
K-Dog.
A team plus
right,
the
okay,
K.
sorry. A team and K-Dog.
Right. Yeah. Yes, my advice to anyone, as much as possible, try and, if you're dividing something, be in as a small group as possible, because the smaller the group is, the much easier you will find to get
it. When me and Aidan were at Dundee, the way the lecturer used to say was, our lecturer Jonathan would have said, like, when you come in with your problem, when you come into college, leave your problems at the door, because otherwise you're just going to splatter your insecurities all over everybody else. So basically, the more the people, the more personalities you have to contend with. Because obviously people are going to contrast in their ideas, and then aka we're going to argue like me and Kenny did.
I mean, just.
Indeed. Yes. Moving on to the afternoon, we had theatre styles. And I'm going to come out and say something straight away. A lot of those theatre writers were arseholes.
Really? Like who?
Well, what I mean is, right, you had all these writers who made their own styles of drama.
Yeah.
But they said that that was the only way it could be done.
Yeah, but they all say that. Like, if one person said that, and then
all of them said that, apart from Stanislavski.
Apart from Stanislavski, yeah. Well, I actually.
Stanislavski.
I'm actually kind of warming up to Stan at the moment,
so
just a wee bit. But
I didn't used to like him, mate, but
I think
he's the one that's kind of like put everyone under his banner. Everyone else is just fighting like, oh, mine's his best, mine's his best, mine's his best, mine's his best, and Stan kind of brought everything. It's like Stan had just kind of risen out of nowhere and became the leader of like everything. Because obviously Stanislavski is the one that is usually widely known.
An arsehole to learn. Methodizing.
Methodizing
is just an arsehole.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. That's the one everybody uses. You know what I mean? Like all the colleges and schools and stuff all use Stan. Like Stan the man. He is literally the man.
He is Stan the man. Though.
He is Stan the man. Yes.
He's got some good.
I couldn't spell his name on a piece of paper, so I just put Stan the man.
Yeah, I just wrote that as well. Some shit easier than I Stanislavski.
Yeah, if you imagine, I mean, the thing I'm writing right now. I mean, can you imagine pretty much any of the writers that we encountered today liking what I'm writing about?
But it doesn't. Like, yeah, I do.
O'Neill.
I do.
Eugene O'Neill.
Yeah, Eugene O'Neill
would like it.
It's quite bleak. And that other last guy, that's the Irish guy, something Dixon.
Oh no, it's Bennett.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, Samuel Bennett.
Samuel Beckett. Is it Beckett?
Beckett. No, it was Beckett. Samuel Beckett. Samuel Beckett. An Irish player.
Basically, I was getting the impression that all of them were quite close-minded. You know, that they wouldn't do anything other than the style that they liked.
Well, if you look at Samuel Beckett wasn't like that at all. He had a wide variety of stuff.
Who was it?
Who were we just talking about?
Well, Beckett and Eugene O'Neill were much the same. Eugene O'Neill was the only American playwright to ever get a Nobel Prize.
No, I know, but I mean,
him and Beckett were the same.
Just learned like at the end of class, and they had like a wide variety. They went from like Greek to.
That wasn't
Beckett, was it?
Well, the last one we talked about today was Beckett.
That was.
I thought it was Beckett. Yeah.
Beckett kind of got into a nasty little argument.
He liked all like the Greek mythology and the Greek tragedies, but at the end of the day, it was still all bleak.
Yeah, okay,
stuff.
So I see like the theme was
Eugene,
still running
you know what
through.
I mean?
Yeah, okay, I see.
And Eugene, obviously, everyone
like,
remember how
the theme was the same, but the styles were different.
Yeah.
And when it came for American Group tried to do one of his plays, he took them to court because he did not like the way they eventually settled out of court. But still, that's kind of a dick thing to do.
I kind of thought, well, the thing is though, like if you wrote a play and you put all the time and effort and spent like a year writing a play, and you wrote all the stage, you would want someone to do it exactly how you wrote it, would you?
Yeah, no, well that's understandable. But it's the same with songs, you know what I mean? Like on YouTube and stuff, you get loads of covers and stuff of different songs, that you get acoustic version and people doing it in their own version. So, if I was personally with a playwright, I would be happy that people are taking this, learning from it, but wanting to adapt it into their own thing.
I see from that point of view as well. Like,
rather than doing it their particular way, but that's just the narrow-minded playwrights.
I don't think it's narrow-minded. I just think with the time, like, because it's all like the time period of that is like 1800s, 1900s. That at that time period, like, there wasn't all these adaptations. No one did covers. Everyone, like, do you know what I mean? It's like it is like music. Everyone wrote their own stuff. It wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna go do a cover of Madonna's song because I'm such and such. Like, it's not like that. So you kind of do have to be a bit of your own arse, I think, in that time period. Like now
it would be
more. Everyone just kind of borrows from each other, sort of thing, right?
Yes, you're certainly right there. I think. So basically, our advice when it comes to
don't do acting in performance. Basically, it is so hard.
It's not hard. She's exaggerating.
No, I know. I'm too tired.
Basically, advice is that if you write a play, don't be an arsehole about it.
Yeah.
Let people use your work and adapt it in whatever way they wish.
Yes. Unlike some of the original theatre writers. And I think that's it for today, so we will say goodbye to Mr. MacDonald here, and Miss AJ. And of course, me, Super Doctor 14, the awesome Aidan Artemuke. See you guys!